Well, it's certainly been an horrible couple of days. We've just had 2 continuous days of wind, once again battering up plants. But apart from that, we did take a trip to Mablethorpe, and 1 mile outside Mablethorpe, car broke down. Thankfully, I've now fixed that problem. So we're back in that same position where we need to be checking over as plants, because it was consistent for 2 days straight. However, we have got some pepper plants that are doing quite well. These pepper plants have been in a propagator, so they were safe from that wind. And this one in particular has grown quite tall. But better than that, it's also growing peppers. That's a nice size one there. These are sweet peppers, but they grow long rather than round. And we've also got this one. Once again, a very good looking plant with a nice size pepper on it. But we can do better than that, because then we've got this one. This has got 3 peppers on it. So they're coming along really well. So I'm going to check the other plants, and then I'm going to empty another potato container. Everything round back here looks okay. I had to move that tall tomato plant there. It got knocked over 4 times during them winds. And that's a radish, which has basically gone mad now. I didn't cut the tops off like I was going to. So looks like we'll be getting a few bulbs instead. And also the celery looks fine. This one's drooping over a little, but I know why that is. It's because it needs water. As soon as I water that, they'll all pick up straight away. It were these plants that I was particularly worried about, because we've recently dug these up and moved them into containers, but they seem okay. I've got 2 more nice sized peppers there as well. We've got 3 of those tomato plants. Thankfully, they seem alright. It's not too light, that container, so they probably don't need any water yet. Also, as French beans made it through, which is great because there's lots and lots of beans going to be growing on these very soon. These feel quite light though. They're definitely going to need some water. We've got quite a few tomatoes growing on there now. I'm just going to have a look at that one that's been growing a while, and that's this plant. So somewhere in there is another tomato. There it is, and it is actually starting to ripen, which is brilliant. That's his first one at year. Everything else does seem okay, to be honest, apart from these peas. They're starting to yellow, but we've still got really nice pods on there. So maybe I'll offer them a bit of feed, see if that helps. But down the bottom here, I've noticed a strawberry, and that's a really good size one as well. So we'll keep that hidden from birds. But I don't see much in way of damage. This tomato plant's grown really tall now. We're going to have to start and tie this up more. It's virtually at the top of that obelisk. And apart from having flowers on it, it's starting to grow tomatoes as well. So we need to look after this one. We've got the same story with celery there. It's flopping over a bit, but that's because it's drying out. So all looks good at the moment. And so do these. That's as runner beans. We need to wrap them around here, otherwise they'll just grow to the ground. But if we just do that, they'll hang on themselves and climb up those poles. Well, it doesn't seem like there's too much in way of damage, thankfully. I'm very surprised after that constant 2 days battering. But this is what we're interested in today. Another container of potatoes. Once again, Rocket first earlies. So let's tip them out, keep his fingers crossed, and hope that we get a good harvest. Once again, we've got this tarp down so we can save that compost. So let's cut these tops away, see what we've got. Well, I can definitely see potatoes. So let's dig in and hope we get quite a few. Not as big as the others, but we're still getting something. That's more like it. And another really big one. And no damage so far either. There's a few more. Always we get some little ones, but we don't mind those. And we definitely don't mind those. Look at the size of that one for a first early rocket. And another. I thought we'd finish then, and then I found two more, and again a really big one. And another. Definitely saving these little baby ones. And there is a seed potato, because we only put one in that container and it's got us all that back once again. I think that might be it. So we'll get this broke up and we'll let it dry out in the sun, and we can use that again. And at the same time we're checking that we've not missed anything. Let's give those a quick weigh. Can't believe the size of that one. Last time we did this we got just over 2.5 pounds. So we're hoping for an improvement on that. Just set these scales up. So they're on 0. Let's take a look. We've got 3.33 pounds. So a good improvement on that last one. 3.33 pounds for new potatoes from a very small container. We have got one more left to empty, but meanwhile I'm taking the smallest of these potatoes and we're replanting them into little 2-litre pots to try and start off some more plants ready for later in year. But definitely an improvement on last lot, even though the last lot was £2.5, which is perfectly acceptable for a container that size. It's brilliant to empty another and get even more. So now it's time to go around this garden and get everything watered, because we can see a few plants are starting to struggle. It's either too wet or it's too dry. There's never an in-between in gardening. And if you want to see what we're doing over the weekend, please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.